them socks, so we transport him. But when I get him home, I like his toes to be out.
Hey y'all, so we got Miss Sybil. Her name is Sybil, y'all. And we got her here and she's explaining whose baby this is, okay? And so you guys gotta catch up. I have the video up on the Soso Shanel Chronicles.
Okay, so no, I have not had a baby. My natural children have not had a baby. My bonus son had a baby.
If you have been following Sybil for a while, then you should know that we ain't never heard of this mystery bonus son. And this young baby looks like her husband. And the baby looks like her as well. Okay, so we don't know why she's sitting here making up this story about some outside person who was from her last marriage and saying that that's their baby. But obviously, she has some things going on. Okay, she does. Just come out and tell the truth, sis, no matter what the truth is. But this ain't it. This ain't the truth. But you guys let me know.
There's so much healing happening right now. It's so much healing happening right now. That's like really all I can tell you.
Healing? There ain't no healing going on. Miss Sybil is going through something, honey. You can tell. She's going through something. Y'all pray for her. I'm doing as well. Okay, but this baby is not going to heal you, sis. You got to get delivered. You guys been living that life, that tawdry life for years, and it has finally showed up in your arms right now. This is what happens when you cheat on your first husband with your current husband. And then he got tired. And then he went off and he had a baby with a young tenderoni, they say. This is your husband's baby. Why don't you just, tell the truth and just tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. We all know.
Hey, don't you type name in my comments again. And I'm telling you, I'm when I get off of here. Don't do it. Don't come in my mother.
She claims to be healed, but yet proceeds to drop over 16 expletives in this clip. Thank God for the app that bleeped this for me. This is disgusting. She's angry at, I guess, somebody who is dropping tea that she's dropping. Okay? If tea is being boiled, she gave the source so we could boil it. Okay? Yeah, she's just angry that the truth is out. She didn't know that soundbite was there. She didn't know that her husband was in that video saying, say dada. Okay? Yeah, he said say dada.
And spread none of that negative Nancy cheer. That's not cheer. Don't spread that. Don't type that. Don't send people over to that. Like, don't do it.
Look, honey, you sending people over to the T pages by talking about it. You think you're doing something, but you're not doing anything. You've been doing this for the longest. I've heard about things that Miss Sybil does. She does this all the time. She'll try to send people over to certain things, and that we rebuke that in Jesus' name. You cannot do that here. You get what I'm saying? We here to tell the truth. You sitting there making a whole story that ain't got not 1% of truth in it. You know darn well that is not no bonus son child. You're sitting there like that's your son because, baby, that's what it is. That is your son from your husband.
And you're going to be mad at the level of intensity that I'm saying this with, but it's a hard boundary, and I'm drawing that in the sand. Don't come up in my while I'm holding a little precious baby and spread that.
That poor baby is hearing you cuss and do all of that. You think babies don't hear? They hear all of that. What type of young man this is going to be hearing its grandma / stepma, whatever you are to that baby? What's going to happen? Their first word is going to be a darn expletive. That is so sad. And you're sitting here and you're asking someone else to not do something, but yet you sitting there holding a baby while using all of those expletives, and that is shameful. That should not be happening. I feel sorry for the child. Again, I feel sorry.
Okay? Don't do it. It took a lot for me to do this. Don't be the person that makes me regret that. Like, don't do it. I'm not.
Child, you know why you hit that live button. There is no regret. You made 2 videos. You know exactly what you're doing. You said in your own video that things are running slow in the real estate. So you're going back, crawling back to your following. That's what you're doing. So you can make a buck. Let's just keep it 100. Okay? This is your whole job, to make content. And you should feel honored that someone actually is taking the time out to actually spread your content on another whole nother situation so you can get even more exposure. Okay? Stop being mad and get glad. Okay? Because this darn story was almost kaput.
Come
Let's
in your
just
house
keep it 100.
and bring up folks' names. Don't do that. Now, if you was talking about somebody else and it wasn't mess, that's gonna be in my bad. But let this be a shining moment. Don't come in here and say the name of nobody. I'm gonna talk about it because I'm experiencing it, but I don't need no help.
Now, you know, honey, I think people are just, I gotta search this tag or something, because she claiming it's other people with, but I don't think so. I think it's just one page she's talking, and that might be us, okay? But we just basically talk about what she posted. If she didn't post a child, what she felt like she felt like she had to post this baby. That's what she felt. And so she did that, and we're talking about it, you know. But, you know, the baby looks like her husband. Just, you know, come on, Miss Fences, Viola. Come on now. You know that's Denzel's baby. I'm just keeping it 100.
He's here. That miserable, thin-haired is here, okay? She here.
I've been doing this long enough to know that she wants me to talk about her, because I said months ago I wasn't. Once I picked up the Britney files and things like that, we went off and we went to another thing, and she stopped producing content. We can't talk about anybody who doesn't produce content. We talk about influencers. She considers herself an influencer, and that's what we do, you know. And I'm just taking the time out to do this because out of all the footage, I thought this was very, very this part needed to be talked about, because I don't like the fact that she's talking in this manner around this baby, and it's not going to stop. She's going to do that for a long time.
It's been a couple of he's, it's been a couple of she's, and they all here. I guarantee you, it has taken me months to come to grips with the fact that if I hit this button and do what makes me feel comfortable to do, I was telling a friend of mine today.
She's been going live for a long time, 7+ years. She already knows the deal. When you hit the live button, you open up yourself to people watching you. I do it every time I go live. When I make videos, when I do commentary, you open yourself up for scrutiny and praise. And she doesn't know how to handle any of that. Okay? And so one would say, you know, it's just so simple to like, just don't go live or don't post, but that's a part of her brand. That's a part of how she makes money. So it's not realistic. She needs to get a thicker skin and watch what she puts out there. Okay, the proof is in the pudding.
And I saw her in here. Hey girl, I was telling a friend of mine today, the lives have been therapy for me for so long. I don't get what I get from going to therapy. I don't even get what I get from live when I go to therapy. And it's just,
this is what she does. Live is not therapy, first of all. Okay? She goes live to spread her misery, to call people out of their names. We have never called her out of her name. I will always say that. We always come from a loving space. Now, loving space doesn't necessarily mean we're going to say what you want to hear. We tell the truth. But she sits there and she tries to spread all of this misery. Do I like hearing her saying, be this, be that, be... No, I don't. But I had to get a thick skin and say, you know what? We're going to continue down this path of righteousness and tell the truth and shame the devil. And that's why she's angry. Unfortunately, the baby's going to have to go through that as well.
It's really having a confrontation, a reflection, a retrospective moment with myself and my thoughts. Because even though all y'all on here and y'all comment, I can see the number, I can see the comments. It's just me. I'm like having a whole conversation with myself.